What we're about to show you is a distressing video of an arrest made by RCMP in 2019. A warning to our viewers, this footage may be tough for you to watch.
Let me breathe, guys, please. Please let me breathe.
Please, nothing. You open your mouth one too many times.
This 2019 video that has now surfaced shows an RCMP officer kneeling on a man's neck during an arrest at the Winnipeg airport, and it has the RCMP's assistant commissioner calling it disturbing.
Please, let me breathe.
Oh, now you're a tough guy, aren't you?
I'm not a tough guy, I never was.
What? Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm not breathing right there, having a talk. Oh my God.
The video shows two RCMP officers arresting Nathan Lesuc on August 1st, 2019. It was filmed by his father, Tim Lesuc, and sent to City News. According to an RCMP release, officers were called to an incident alleging an intoxicated male had assaulted a member of the public. They say officers tried to de-escalate the situation for an extended period of time, but Lesuc became combative, striking an officer in the face with a brief altercation taking place before his arrest.
Tell him I've been assaulted. Do an emergency. I'll give a frickin' statement.
Let me breathe.
You're breathing. When you're talking, you're breathing.
While in handcuffs, the RCMP alleged Lesuc kicked the arresting officer in the groin and thigh, which resulted in Lesuc being taken to the ground, at which point RCMP say that's when the officer appears to place his knee on Lesuc's neck. A statement from Assistant Commissioner Jane McClatchy reads, in part, "It is completely unacceptable for anyone to assault a police officer. Our officers responded to assist a member of the public who reported being assaulted, and they were assaulted in turn. This is a difficult situation for any police officer to deal with. However, a knee to the neck is not the response for which our officers are trained, and this incident needs to be further examined." Manitoba's police watchdog is looking into the incident, but no further details will be made as the trial is before the court. Brian Sauvé, president of the National Police Federation, weighed in on the incident, saying, in part, "Our members have a responsibility to restrain violent offenders to protect themselves and the public from injury or worse." Following his arrest while being transported to hospital for treatment related to intoxication and mental health issues, Mr. Lesuc was physically aggressive with healthcare workers and required restraining to avoid further injury to himself and others.
The idea is to subdue a suspect with the least amount of force as possible and the least amount of potential injury for the suspect as well as the officers. And it was very disturbing to see that.
Former RCMP Constable Sherry Lee Benson-Podolchuk says it's hard to judge another's actions when you aren't there and have only seen a snippet of what happened. But after seeing this video, she says she believes the RCMP will make an example of these two officers, as the excessive use of force was not warranted for 3 minutes.
You have two big officers. They could have restrained him a little bit differently, and I think that's what the Assistant Commissioner will be addressing. This video doesn't lie. It shows exactly what happened, and it's the truth. And now they'll have to find a way to move forward, everybody involved, so this doesn't happen again and no one ever has to, be subjected to that.
City News spoke to Tim Lesuc, but he has declined to comment as the case is before the courts. In Winnipeg, Mike Albanese, City News.